And here we go, our first game. You're in your triple header inside the United Sports Arena in Pasig City. We welcome you to another jam-packed day of volleyball action in Spikers Turf. This is our Invitational tournament in 2024. Again, our tournament format is we have 10 teams seeing action. Only the top 4 will advance to the semifinals, where they will be joined by a yet-to-be-announced guest team. Single round robin there. The top 2 will battle for the championship. Teams at number 3 and 4 will battle for the bronze, and it's only one game to determine the champion. That will be how we will crown the champions of the Invitationals. That attack hits the tape and sails out of bounds against Maglinaw.
Well, just one game. You better be in a good mood when you wake up.
Absolutely. No room for error. But we are still a long way away.
Midway,
Yep. From that part, Canton pushes it forward. Good pickup from Apolinario. San Andres starting this time around, and that is a rocket.
You know, this is no surprise that the D Navigators need to step up. Barbie will be that go-to spiker against DLSU. Take a look at that swing, avoiding that block of LaSalle.
So 2-0. But Apolinario donates the first point of this matchup to the ECOOILers.
No, it is the young blood versus the veteran team. D Navigators having a 3-game losing streak. So this is a must win for them.
Campton serving now. You know, sometimes he pulls a bit of power behind that attack. Oh, good block. And that back line was left undefended.
Smart play coming from DLSU. They know that Barbie is the go-to spiker. Let's take a look at that solo block.
Yep.
Perfect press, perfect form.
Fortuna also had his moments in their first 2 games. No, we've talked about Campton and Maglinaw, Magalaman. But all of the 5 attackers on the floor can score, can chip in. Del Pilar showing us his presence there.
Being aggressive at the net, Del Pilar also avoiding that net touch. It's not the easiest to do, but smart play.
Now, varying up your service, what does it do for someone like Campton, right? Sometimes he goes quick. Sometimes he pulls a bit of power. Do you just want to keep the receivers guessing?
You want to keep them guessing. You want to keep them on their toes, because if you have the same type of serve, especially with a top spin serve like this, you tend to know the tendencies. But because he's switching it up too much, the receivers of D Navigators are a bit confused. He's been at the service time for quite some time.
Almost miscommunication there between Maglinaw and Del Pilar. Another kill block. This time a wall of 2 players in Fortuna and Del Pilar.
Fortuna, Del Pilar, we all know LaSalle being excellent at blocking. And because there's no receive so far coming from D Navigators, it is a given that it will be given to the go-to spiker. Yep. And that is all because of the service of Noel.
Yep. Another serve here. Another tremendous one. Apolinario sets it up. San Andres finds a way. That's a down-the-line attack.
Barbie was previously going to that cross-court attack, but this time switching speed and switching direction going down the line.
My konting gap. There was a bit of a
small
gap.
Margin,
Oh,
like
short
that.
serve. And that's a service ace.
We were just talking about this. You can see Guerrero actually awaiting that long ball serve. This is what I mean when you need to be on your toes. And take a look at this space here for DLSU. There's this huge space in between the net and Guerrero, so got to be on your toes.
And now a strong one from San Andres. Results to a quick. That one was off the block. Another point for the Green Oilers. And when it comes to those serves, what will really fool the defense is that you do the entire thing the exact same way until you have to hit the ball, right?
Yep. Like split second, switch that speed. But like I said, being on your toes is crucial. Oh, good dig.
Yep, that was Del Pilar, the middle blocker with a good touch. Maglino overcooks it. 2 attacking errors for him.
Maglino, he's not the tallest of attackers, but we know him being from the beach volley, of course, being crafty with the attacks. Just a little overcooked in that rally.
He's so cerebral with his attacks. He reads the defense so well.
Too smart, yep.
But that is another service error from Nash Nursidik this time.
Maybe the adrenaline rush, but you have to really take care of those small points there. You don't want to be giving the SALLE any points.
Say that again. The adrenaline rush from Rash Nursidik. It's a bit of a tongue
Yeah, that's
twister.
a tough. I'll just say it that one time.
Oh, another service error, this time on the side of the Green Oilers, as Fortuna sends it long. Good matchup so far.
Yep, neck and neck.
Oh, that won't go through. 3 attacking errors, uncharacteristically for Maglino, as we're at level now 7 apiece.
Yep, Maglino maybe overthinking things too much, but this is not his usual game that we're seeing. Oh, no
that time
overthinking
around,
there, yep.
that time around, he made sure of it. A cross-court kill was a beauty from Maglino, and as a result, ECOOIL DLSU will be up by 1 point, 8-7, as we head into the first technical timeout of your first set.
Carla and Jamie, big things are in store for the DLSU sophomores as they take on bigger roles and responsibilities on the court. One player who earned his POG honors last match, Josh Magalaman, shared to me how excited he is as he's fully adjusted to LaSalle after his ADU days. He shared that it feels incredible to be fully adjusted to the team, especially after his time in another school. He also believes his game has leveled up. His smooth transition has boosted his confidence and made him a bigger threat on the floor. On the other hand, Eugene Gloria couldn't be more thrilled about the team's recent training grind. Thanks to a week of independent learning, LaSalle's time without synchronous classes. The players had the chance to fully focus on volleyball day in and day out. With more time to connect, their chemistry on and off the court has soared. And that's exactly what they needed to take their game to the next level. Back to set 1.
Thank you so much for that report, Ai. As ECOOIL, after that technical timeout, all of a sudden coming alive with their offense. You know, Magalaman, what's important there at the start is a good connection with your setter.
Yes,
and
yes.
Eco Adahar is a tremendous ball distributor that really gives, you know, opportunities to his middles.
That's right. And I mean, the only way that a player will improve is if they're given the ball.
Yeah.
And you can see that the DLSU Sparkers are shining. You have a mix of rookies, a mix of vets here. So it's a good lineup for DLSU.
But they're locked in a tight battle. Apolinario with a pickup. San Andres slowed down by that double block. Adahar goes to the back line as Maglina was picked up. San Andres with the off speed. It's saved, kept alive by Guerrero. Oh, that's a quick one from Nursidik.
This is the first time we're seeing this B quick attack on Nursidik. Let's take a look at that set two. Perfect, right above the tape, but Del Pilar almost getting that block.
Oh, good battle here in the first set, 10-9, only a 1-point game. Over received.
Ooh, smart.
Oh, somehow it works for Adahar.
Adahar being aggressive here at the net from that overpass from his teammates. Let's take a look at that replay here. Perfect timing, perfect press, no coverage from D Navigators.
I have to ask Jamie, because we watch a lot of volleyball, of course. When it comes to the over-receive, it seems like Adahar should be at a disadvantage because he's a smaller player compared to the middles of the other side. But why do setters get a good percentage of winning those jousts?
It doesn't matter about how tall you are. It's the timing of your jump. So for example, if it's a joust, if you jump before your opponent, most likely you will win that. But it just depends also. But setters, they don't expect perfect receives all the time, so they just have to wait for whatever receive comes to them.
So you're saying that the tracking of the setter from the reception
Yep.
to where the ball will go gives him a bit of an advantage.
Yes.
Gotcha. But the blocking has been on point for ECOOIL. They get another kill block there. Adahar sends it way long, another error. The Navigators Iloilo, as you said, in almost a must-win situation, right? With the cream already separating, trying to occupy those top 4 spots. Good defense from the Navigators. That is also outside for San Andres. No touch according to the referees.
That's a good spot, though, going down the line. There was no defense from Campton going to that zone 1.
Campton serving now. He had a good run in his first opportunity to serve. Scored, I think, 3 points with him on the line, but boy, that is wayward. So back-to-back service errors for ECOOIL.
That's a disadvantage, I would say, with that missed serve coming from Noah, because the first rotation in which he was serving, he was tallying up maybe 5 to 6 serves.
They really got some offense going.
Ooh, good dig.
Apolinario with the setup. Tossed over by San Andres. They will go to Maglinaw. Tremendous effort by the libero once again. Torres shot by Del Pilar.
Now when Del Pilar and Fortuna are next to each other, they have to find some way, the Navigators, to avoid that hand from Del Pilar. Take a look at that perfect press, but maybe add a drop ball in the middle. Be a bit more crafty with your attacks.
Vary it up.
Yep.
Because the open is well read.
Oh, yes.
It is well covered. Only San Andres has scored 1 time from that area.
Down the line earlier,
Back set. Oh, they scramble for it. Right back to it as Santa Maria delivers.
I believe this is the first point coming from Santa Maria, coming from the opposite. And I think this is an advantage because all the blocking is coming from the open spiker. So it's important that they switch it up a bit. Their offense cannot be too predictable for DLSU. That's a good set.
Magalaman. Don't get him going.
That's a perfect set coming from Adahar. Take a look at this. They receive a bit off the net, but take a look at that 1-foot jump. This is a good sign that we're seeing from DLSU here.
And the no look from Adahar.
He'll
tell you. He'll tell you that he had a nice pass, right? Adding some flair to that pass. That will be, unfortunately, another service error. These are quickly piling up for ECOOIL. That was also a bit of a problem in their matchup, in their last win.
They had 26 errors in a 3-set match, and it was a quick match, so 26 is a lot for 3 sets.
And we are headed into our second technical timeout of our opening set, a 2-point advantage for ECOOIL LaSalle.
Narda by Kamikaze. Ay! When I first saw you, I closed my eyes in your flashbacks, thought you'd stay and live. Kala ko Narda, pero Taylor Swift. Swiftie ako. Love story! It's a love story, baby, just say yes.
What you may not know, right? If you're watching from Pilipinas Live or One Sports or One Sports Plus, if you're watching on your screens, what you may not know, Jamie, is what you saw right there. Him singing is piped into the venue. Everyone here, the players even, will hear it.
Yep.
So sometimes it's a bit awkward.
Very awkward. He was trying to hide himself. Everyone was cheering.
So that was a quite a jump from Kamikaze to Taylor Swift.
Yep.
But to be fair, the intros may sound a little bit similar. We're giving him an out. 17-15 with Magalaman serving.
Ooh.
Oh, that crosses for Magalaman on the dig. Off
Smart.
speed, pancake save for Campton. Adahar overcooks it, got a little bit greedy there.
Yep, a little overcooked. Campton able to get that pancake save, but I mean, sometimes the setter wants to be added in that category of attacking here, but good try for Adahar.
He was able to score on a spike in their last game. May paminsan-minsan lang naman. Oh, no defense in the middle.
So in situations like that, you are looking at a slight overpass coming from Guerrero, but Adahar could have jump set. So that means jumping before the ball gets to the net. So little things like that can be fixed.
Campton scores off the block as Santa Maria skidded. He wanted to go to that direction, but there was too much friction between his knee and the floor. He tried, really tried, to even crawl for it, just could not get there in time.
Good serve.
Good chance here. Campton again. Back-to-back hits now.
Yep. Captain usually ending the long rallies here. But we got to take a look at this replay here. Getting that beautiful dig from Adahar, to Adahar rather. But Captain just doing his job. We all know he is the go-to spiker here for DLSU.
Hey, can't give them a chance ball as Santa Maria will not be denied.
A little late on that block coming from Campton and Del Pilar. But Santa Maria, once you give him more balls, he has that momentum here. This time coming from a back row attack.
And you see Apolinari adjusting. Instead of going straight to the open every time, varying up their offense. That one, off the block and out. Another point for ECOOIL.
You know, it's nice to have Campton on the team for DLSU because when they are in a rut, they have a player that they can lean to.
And that will lead into this timeout requested by the Navigators.
Siguraduhan niya sila. Pagka bumalik ang bola doon, sigurado. Pwedeng magbago yan. Kaya, depensa. Ngayon doon sa gitna, huwag kayong lulubog para makakahabol. Yung mga middle, huwag kayong lulubog para makahabol kayo doon sa gitna na pupunta. Tingnan nyo. Kapitan natin yan. Dalawa lang yan. Go, 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 go! Go, go, go! Tabi! Go!
Sometimes you call a timeout to break momentum, right? Even if there are no glaring mistakes coming from your side.
Right.
You just want to stop the momentum of the other side and maybe freeze the server as well. We know Campton has had his struggles from the service area. A couple of errors already. Let's see if he can keep it clean this time around as his squad leads by 2.
Babying that one, yep. This is what we've been talking about. It's all about that serve. It's very crucial, staying on your toes. You could see D Navigators. They're waiting for a hard and tough serve. This is the perks of the jump serve from Campton.
More power this time, but he sends it straight into the net. Campton giveth, Campton taketh away as
Oh my, again, wait, I didn't hear.
we're back to a 2-point advantage for the LSU. Sometimes you
I
gotta
haven't
get
heard that
biblical,
one in
right?
a while, yeah.
San Andres now serving. Good one.
Good receive.
From the back, off speed, picked up by Adahar. Guerrero with a jump serve.
Beautiful.
Perfect delivery to Del Pilar.
I mean, this is for sure a play that they've practiced in training before. Look at that, going for that big quick attack. Let's see, a foot fault called on the libero, meaning to say his jump set had to be behind that 10-foot line.
Well, to be fair, it was close.
Very close.
If you are the Navigators, might as well, because this is a tough situation to be in. It's down 3 late in the first set.
Right, right.
No, normally at this stage, we will get to see a double substitution from ECOOIL. Pokita usually comes in, but
the veteran,
yeah,
of course.
No, there's nothing, no evidence of that happening at this moment for ECOOIL, the LSU.
I think Coach Roque is far from his squad, and especially, well, let's see first.
Oh, jump behind it.
Jump behind it, yeah.
A 1-foot jump behind it.
Beautiful.
Clearly.
Clear as day.
Yep. Because if that was a 2-foot jump, he would have gotten there, right? He would have stepped on that line. But his awareness, again, team
Court
captain.
awareness.
Yep. Del Pilar exits. Gloria enters for serving purposes as they're up 22-19. Oh, that is tough.
You know, it's very difficult coming in towards the latter part of that first set. Gloria might have been a little bit frozen, of course, coming off the bench, but this is your role, this is your job. You have to stay ready.
I'm sure he will be given another opportunity a little later on, right? Because you don't want them to lose all of their confidence.
Of course. Good receive.
No, Maglinaw did not get all of it. Santa Maria is blocked.
Maglinaw was able to redeem himself after giving that tip to the Navigators. But take a look here at this replay.
And it bounced off of Santa Maria before it sailed out of bounds. Another timeout for the Navigators. ECOOIL 2 points away from winning the first set.
Dahan-dahan lang, dahan-dahan. Ay, isa-isa.
Outside na.
Layo
Outside
pa
na.
yun. Dapat
Layo na. Outside na.
Ako.
Go, 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 go. Ano ta? Tatuin.
Abe! Go!
You know, this first set has been hotly contested. It has been tied, so it feels like a bit of a luxury for ECOOIL to have a 3-point lead this late. Can they close it out? They need clean service from here on out.
It's all about the perfect execution and taking advantage of this 3-point lead.
That was a good one. They go to the quick.
What an attack.
A response from Himzon.
I mean, when the Navigators have the perfect receive, they're able to execute plays like this. Himzon, I believe that is his first point so far of this match of that quick attack.
A couple of vets seeing action. Campong, Dayan Dante checking in. Dayan Dante serving. Maglinaw goes cross court.
There we go. He was trying to go for that sharp cross court attack earlier in the game it wasn't working because of the blocking of D Navigators. But look at this, perfect timing. Take a look at that lead here, avoiding that hand, and that snap of the wrist. Perfection.
Set point. Maglinaw serving. Over receive, Magalaman takes it home.
That's a perfect ending for this first set. DLSU racking up the points here, trying to execute this game in maybe 3-set or 4-set fashion, but let's see if they could carry this on in the second set.
For ECOOIL, 7 sets played here in our Invitational. 7 sets, 1 straight. They will pick up the first one against the veteran-laden squad of the Navigators Iloilo. The score, 25-21 after the first. (25-21) the score at the end of the first set in favor of the ECOOIL DLSU Green Oilers. It was tight at the start, but when LaSalle's offense got going, even with their fair share of throwaways from the service area, they were able to overcome the challenge of the veterans of Iloilo in the first set. Checking out some of the highlights, you know, when they varied it up, when the D Navigators mixed up their offense from the open to the opposite, they actually got some points going.
That's right, D Navigators. When they had that perfect receive, they were able to execute their plays. But we got to talk about the set one stats here. Take a look at the D Navigators. Only 7 attacks compared to the 14 attacks from LaSalle. But take a look there, Carlo, 22 errors coming from LaSalle, which just goes to show that D Navigator needs to bump it up and step up in the attack category.
12 errors, and maybe half of those would be service errors, right?
Right.
Let's see how ECOOIL LaSalle will try to clean it up here in the second set. As we thank you once again for joining us here on Pilipinas Live, One Sports and One Sports Plus, coming to you from the Inares Sports Arena in Pasig City. If you're in the area, come join us. Should be a fun day of volleyball action. We have a triple header for you today. As we have the Crisscross King Crunches going up against the PGJC Navy Sea Lions at 4 p.m. And then the Martelli Meets Master Butchers facing off against the FEU DN Steel Ultras at 6 p.m. You know, traffic gets kind of wild here in this area at night. So if you're working here, spend time with us and enjoy.
Buy a snack, and then maybe you could also buy a snack too if you'd like. If you'd like.
That's how you feel, right?
Yeah, if you'd like. If you'd like, no pressure, guys.
From the hot dog stand outside?
Yeah, if you want popcorn, something,
all
anything.
up to you, all up to you. We're ready to begin our second set. This is Eco Adahar serving for ECOOIL. Chance ball for DLSU. Adahar. That's an easy point.
I mean, that is a back quick attack coming from Del Pilar. And you can see the silent confidence coming from Adahar. Not even a jump set. Very simple attacks here. Nothing too flashy, nothing too fancy. Not even a combination play. Ooh, good dig.
Yep. It crosses. Camposano denied by Del Pilar. Oh, it
still
was
good.
saved. I thought that hit the floor already. Good dive from Maglinaw.
Ooh, that's too tight.
The joust. Oh, missed time by Del Pilar. And
was
somehow,
4
it is
touches.
Iloilo that wins the point. That was wild.
But there's some clarifications with Guerrero. That was 4 touches that we witnessed.
I think they're trying to ask for clarification if that ball did not bounce on the side.
In front of Del Pilar. Yep. Well, point goes to D Navigators.
But ECOOIL could have stopped play, right?
Yes,
and issued the challenge. But all that work results, well, to basically nothing, as the point is given right back to ECOOIL by that service error from Camposano.
Breaking their own momentum, unfortunately.
Good reception. But the blocker staying active for ECOOIL. Camposano sets it up. That's a good one for Santa Maria.
Santa Maria was maybe the spark plug, I would say, in that first set. A lot of the points were blocked on the left pin coming from Barbie, but they know that they need to rack up more points this time coming from the right pin. But San Andres being the leading scorer so far of D Navigators with only 3 points. I think they're gonna call it challenge on that one. Ball in, ball out.
Yep, challenge is issued by Coach Roque. Ball in, ball out. As they think that one touched the line, touched the baseline. As of the moment, we're deadlocked at 2 apiece. Again, if you just join us, ECOOIL, DLSU, the Green Oilers, won the first set 25-21. But it was close at the start. Actually, no one really leading comfortably in the first set.
Yep. But it just boiled down to the latter part with the errors.
Oh,
Ooh,
that's
definitely
in.
inside. Good eye. Maglino's like, yep, guys. That was definitely inside. Come on.
I know.
Yeah.
Stop stressing.
Relax, guys.
Del Pilar, fresh off picking up a victory against a team that had his older brother playing.
That's fun.
I know. Him zone. He is him.
Wow. In front of the 10-foot line.
Ugh.
What a nasty play. And this is what I've been saying, Carlo. When the D Navigators have that receive, they are able to execute plays like this.
Him zone bounced.
Bounce
that
ball.
ball.
Bounce ball, for sure.
Good effort from Villamor to slow it down.
See?
Back to back now for him zone.
Yes. Zone has the hot hands for his squad. D Navigators yet again with another big quick attack above that block of DLSU.
And what that will do is open up the floor for his other teammates. Oh, that's unfortunate.
This is the second time we're seeing a misserve. I mean, breaking your own momentum.
Because you work so hard for your points, right? Everything has to go perfectly, to go smoothly for you to score an attack. And you throw it away. For the piece. Short serve. That sails out. Service ace.
This has happened multiple times from D Navigators. The serves of DLSU are a bit too tricky for them. I guess it's difficult for them to read early on if it's a short serve or long serve.
Workable first ball there. Oh, but they make a mistake. Chance ball. Adahar with a jump. But Magalaman sends it long.
Magalaman, a bit too overcooked in that sequence.
Mistimed it.
Yep.
Hit that ball under as we're deadlocked again. Usually, when Adahar locates a middle, it's a point for ECOOIL.
You're right.
They go back to him. Oh, they hide Maglinaw. But Camposano keeps it alive. To the other side we go. Slowed down by the tape. Oh, that's a slam dunk.
Yep.
Coming from Maglinaw.
That was an overpass coming from D Navigators. Maglinaw taking advantage of that one. A net touch, I believe. Ooh, yep.
Did he?
It looked like there was a net touch coming from Maglinaw, but let's see. From the cameras.
Uh-huh. And still deadlock. If you remember, at the first technical timeout of the first set, we ended with LaSalle just leading by 1 point, right? So this is exactly in the wheelhouse of these two teams.
Yep. Same story.
For ECOOIL, the biggest part of the game plan really is to take care of your serves, right? Do not make too many mistakes. As we see the net touch challenge being assessed as of the moment. We already saw one that was not successful.
But we see the fight coming from D Navigators. We did mention this earlier. They are on a 3-game losing streak. Let's see.
Oh, I think it's clean.
It is a
Yeah,
clean.
it's clean.
No net fault.
It is clean. So 6-5. Lead swings back to ECOOIL. Good serve from Maglinaw. Camposano. Easy over, a chance ball. The team captain sets it up. Oh, come on. Out of system play somehow. They still score.
And with LaSalle, they know that they have to win this game. They avoid giving any sort of momentum from the D Navigators. But you can see the confidence that these players have. Whereas D Navigators, they're still trying to find their groove somehow in this game. Ooh.
Another service error. Maglinaw could not control it. They're still ahead by 1 though, 7-6. Good reception. And that will be unstoppable.
Campton with his 8th point already, on a roll so far in the second set.
That will also be the 8th point for ECOOIL. As there was a gap between those two blockers spotted by Campton. 8-6 is the count in their favor. First technical timeout.
Carlo and Jamie, what a neck-and-neck battle. I got to talk to Mads Gambong and he shared to me an honest struggle by the Navigators. He mentioned that their loss against Navy could have been extended or could have been a win if they had more time to train. As I dug deeper into their challenges, I learned that 6 key players are unable to be fully present for training due to demanding academic schedules. This has meant that the team is rarely complete during practice sessions, which leaves them feeling disappointed as they believe in the strong potential of their team. As you guys have seen in the past rallies, even Barbie San Andres, their star spiker, is often busy with academic responsibilities. However, they are using this as motivation to give their all each time they're together. Hindi man sila pala rin manalo, bibigyan nila ng magandang laban ng LaSalle. Let's see if they can turn the tide in this neck-and-neck battle heading into set 2.
At magandang laban mismo yung binigay ng D Navigators dun sa palitan na yan. Thank you for that report, Ms. Ai. And that's a real challenge, right? You see the names, you see the star-studded lineup.
Yep.
You see Gampong and Camposano and Dayan Dante, all big names, right, in the volleyball scene. But LaSalle is playing together.
Yep.
And right, that is the big challenge.
I mean, you can have a bunch of stars on the team, but it's all about that teamwork, playing in unison. When you have the DLSU Spikers, when you look at them, they've been playing together for a while. So Adahar, kind of fairly new, running the offense now, but this time it's the young blood that is prevailing in this game so far.
There's that is a UAAP Final 14
Yep.
the last time out. Back row attack, too much.
Yep. But the strength and speed of that attack. But there is a challenge called, I believe.
Requested to go to their box, to their
to
area,
move
that
back.
corner. Yep. Yeah, so Polinario will serve. That's a 3-point swing. And all of a sudden, they take the lead. Adahar. Oh, good presence defensively for the Navigators. Santa Maria sends it straight to Maglinaw. Campton, a soft touch picked up by Apolinario. Espanso sets it up. Santa Maria touches the net. He was slowed down. Back to the open. And that's a bomb coming from Noel Campton.
With a stare, of course, after that attack, he was able to find that hole in between the block of the Navigators. Take a look at this.
That was a triple they sent his
My
way.
golly, yep.
Adahar is serving. Oh, one-hand set.
Outside. That was
Good
a close
idea.
one, yep.
Good idea. There's too much behind that spike from Camposano.
Camposano still trying to find his groove here in the second set, but his errors are good errors, I would say, taking that risk and attacking strong. You'd rather, Carlos, sometimes you'd rather have an attack go outside than in the net. Oof, like that one.
Making up for the
Yep.
first mistake. Camposano levels the score at 10 apiece, and he will be serving.
Ooh,
That was still legal
yes.
on the second touch
Yes.
on the shoe of Camposano, but Espanso was also on the floor, could not send it to the other side.
But Maglino, this time with the back row
Yep.
attack, changing that speed mid-air. These are the beach volley moves, I would say, that is
yes.
working in his favor.
Saw the gap in the defense, took full advantage, 1-point lead, ECOOIL. Good reception. I thought it was a little mistimed coming
Yep.
from Nur Siddiq, but he angled it in such a way that he still found the opening.
Talk about hang time there. That delay and jump, that differential,
Up
as they
fake.
call it. Yep.
Oh, Nur Siddiq could not get a touch on it,
Yes.
as Maglinaw answers right back.
We're almost midway through this second set here. This is where the Navigators need to step it up
Yeah,
a bit
yeah.
more here. A little bit more urgency, I would say. ECOOIL still getting the momentum here. Maglinaw, Campton, Del Pilar, everyone's stepping up so far.
Himson
Ooh,
just
smart.
pushes it to a vacant spot.
Yep, targeting zone 4. Usually, of course, Del Pilar coming after that serve. Of course, the middle blockers, that's not their strongest suits
Yeah.
here playing defense, but smart play.
And you're expecting a strong hit because
Yep.
it's Himson.
Yes, of course.
Adahar goes to Fortuna, that's denied.
No coverage from Noel. Those are diggable blocks here. But all credit for the Navigators. This is what they need. This is what they need to boost their own momentum.
We have a lead, 13-12.
Ooh. Oh my.
Maglinaw.
I saw that way before. I saw him
You saw it
alone in the air.
developing, yeah.
Yep. The height of that jump, the might of that attack.
And look at Magalaman
Full.
drawing the attention.
Yep.
And this was the double that we were talking about earlier. Poquita
Yep.
checks in for the first time. As the score is deadlocked at 13 apiece. Oh, short serve is mishandled by Camposano. Service ace.
This is instant impact coming from Poquita, their veteran setter here. We gotta give credit to the serve so far that we're seeing from DLSU. Very tricky for the receivers.
Villamor, slow down. Back set. Maglinaw gets it through. Rally continues. Poquita to the other side. Ventura goes cross court.
You know, these are the benefits of coming off the bench with this double sub, Carlo. You were able to see what the team needed coming from the outside, and you apply it once you're given an opportunity. This is an instant impact coming from the right spin.
And sometimes you forget that he's a left-hander.
Right.
You don't work on the angles.
Yep.
But a service error from Poquita. As the score is 15-14 in favor of ECOOIL. Oh, that is pushed to the other side by Magalaman. Camposano.
Too easy.
Napayungan.
Yep. Camposano trying to baby that over, but the wall was there from DLSU.
16-14, second technical timeout of the second set. 2-point advantage for ECOOIL DLSU.
Lagabog po by Skaz Takli and Iles Morena. Oo, kalma. Pwede ka bang umalma? Isang ngiti para sa kinalapitan talaga kita.
It was Campton earlier in San Andres this time. And
We love it.
Barbie was asking us to stop airing it.
We love it.
Tama na, sabi niya, but we, just showing you the fun
other
side
side,
of
yep.
our athletes. Again, all of this was taken during our media day.
Yes.
We restart the action with Ventura getting this one through.
And with the D Navigators, Carlo, Ventura was probably not the spiker that they were really looking at. They were looking at maybe Maglinaw, Campton, but Ventura is showing himself in the second set.
And this was also about the time where they got some separation in the first set.
Right.
Himzon at the tail end of it. This one a lot stronger as Poquita takes her to the face. Himzon apologizes.
We love the sportsmanship, of course, but Himzon ending that long run coming from the DLSU. Much needed point for D Navigators.
Oh boy, that looks strong from Captain.
You know, this is what we've been saying, Carlo. DLSU is a very intact team. They're able to make these quick runs, ending the long rallies, and not even giving chance to their opponent.
I mean, if Captain only has Apolinario to beat on a single, say goodbye.
Oh, definitely. Yep.
Camposano sends it straight to the net. He's
course,
struggling to get himself going, right? We know what he can do, right? You know the talent there.
That was a good opportunity going for that sharp cross-court attack.
Magalaman, the best player of our last game. That featured the ECOOIL Green Oilers. Oh, speed. Oh, it's kept alive.
Oh,
Canton
wow.
throws it across. Posano again straight to the net.
Underneath the ball, the form, Camposano trying to go for that sharp cross-court attack, but Sabando filling in his shoes.
Is he not getting the elevation that he usually gets?
Well, he's underneath the ball, and the set is perfectly fine, I would say. This is a 5-1 run for DLSU.
All of a sudden, a 5-point lead, 20-15, in this crucial stretch of the matchup. That's a service ace.
Yep. Magalaman with this ace serve, he was player of the game in their last match, but we're nearing the end stretch of the second set. It's not about how you start, but how you finish. And the ECOOIL DLSU Green Oilers are doing such a great job here, the consistency and not making too many unforced errors. Ooh, I jinxed it.
But it's a service error that they could take right now because at least they have a 5-point lead. And to be fair, they've cleaned up rather well after
Definitely.
Those many service errors in the first set. Poquita
Ooh, what a
goes to
set.
the other side. Ventura has been a riddle so far for the defense of the Navigators.
Well, Poquita, that was a beautiful reverse set coming from him. Timeout, D Navigators.
Excuse lang po.
Sabi sa inyo, yung middle, huwag kayong nakasubsob, huwag kayong nakalubog para mabilis kayong gumalaw. Ang haba ng bola, tinatarget nga dun. Ano ko saan eh. Kaya dapat nakadikit na yung isa ron. Tatlo naman kayo mababalak dun eh. Kapitan nyo. Tigil nyo pa yan. Malayo pa yan. Come on. Go. Hoy, hindi pa tapos yan.
Well, you need to believe that this deficit is still something that you can turn around here in the second. Because we know, like, they have enough talent in this squad to hang with ECOOIL. Again, they have veterans. But as of the moment, ECOOIL is just functioning better as one unit.
I mean, D Navigators, we did mention there's a lot of stars on their team, but the chemistry still needs to be built here in this tournament.
Oh, speaking of
Little
chemistry,
things, yep.
Sabando and Gampong running for the same ball, and as a result, that's an easy opportunity to score for Campton.
That was a combination play coming from Campton here already with 11 points. Take a look at this play here at the heart, maximizing all his players in different locations.
Santa Maria gets one through.
It's a much needed point as they are down by a huge chunk in the second set.
6-point deficit as of the moment, 23-17. They need at least a 4-0 run to get back into it. That one too strong from Campton.
At the heart, tried to go for that again, but I think there was a touch. But there will be a challenge called block touch.
I think it was initially scored for ECOOIL. And now we have a challenge from the Navigators saying that there was no block touch. And this is their last challenge remaining here in the second set. Coach Del Moro issuing it because if they give up a point, that will mean ECOOIL will be at set point when we resume play. Coach Del Moro looking on as he is waiting for the decision. This was the hit. Nothing there.
No block touch.
Successful challenge that will allow them to pull one back. It is 23-18 right now. They have a 5-point disadvantage. Adahar. Right back to it. Picked up by Espanso. Back set, Santa Maria. That was off. But it was touched.
Yep, there's a touch on that one. A lucky point, I would say, for Santa Maria as DLSU just 2 points away of getting the second set.
I think that would have gone out of bounds anyway.
Yep.
So fortunate for them as ECOOIL calls a timeout.
FJ, di ba? Dito ka na. Oh, total, magbabantay yan kay Noel. Magbabantay. Dito mo na kunin lahat. Iwan mo kayo. Ang kailangan mo lang pumesto ng maayos. Lahat ng selection mo, ng shot selection mo, iisa na lang. Kaya alam nila kung paano mababantayan. O, kahit single block, ha? Kailangan lang maayos yung ano natin, execution. Ha? Pasa muna, pasa. Ngayon, bumalik. Nat, pumunta ka dito. Stay forward. Okay? Siguro din natin yung return ball, control natin. Hindi tayo magmamadali. Ha? Tara. Go na.
Coach Roque was sensing that there could have been some nervous energy on their side.
Definitely,
As they're 2 points away. Calls a timeout to calm everything down. And also in the process, freezing the server. As Sabando delivers it long, we're at set point for DLSU after this timeout requested by the Navigators.
Sa timeout, dapat sigurado lang. Sigurado bola, anong pagka-service tayo? Kapit lang, guys, kapit lang. Higit nyo pa yan. Kaya pa natin yan.
24-19 is the count. ECOOIL 1 point away from carrying a 2-0 advantage here in this matchup. And we are in our prelims in your 2024 Spikers Turf Invitational Conference. We thank you for joining us on Pilipinas Live, One Sports and One Sports Plus. Carlo Pamintuan and Ms. Jamie La Victoria is Aitin Sai working courtside as Campton serves. That's long. So the Navigators will stay in the set for the time being.
They still have a chance. Nothing is set in stone just yet.
Rash Nursidik serving here. Needs to keep it clean. They need 4 straight points. Oh, they will not get there.
Too good.
As that bounces off of Apolinario. 25-20 will be the score at the end of the second set.
Take a look at this finish here at the heart, going for the middle blockers with that beautiful A-quick attack.
25-20 is the score. 2-0 advantage for ECOOIL. As we'll take a quick break from the Inares Sports Arena. The third set coming right up. 25-21, 25-20, both in favor of ECOOIL, the LSU. (25-21, 25-20, both in favor of ECOOIL DLSU going up against the Navigators Iloilo. As we welcome you back to our coverage, this is the highlight package of set number 2. But what's obvious here, Jamie, is that the Navigators can definitely give the Green Oilers a challenge. The first and the second sets, it was close up until the second technical timeout, but in the nitty-gritty, at the tail end of the set, it is when ECOOIL SALLE elevates their game. The Navigators could not hang on.
That's right, the Navigators need to play more as a team compared to DLSU. But first set 2 here, 10 attacks from the Navigators and 15 coming from DLSU. 3 aces from LaSalle. Better production, I would say, coming from the Navigators, but everyone needs to pitch in. As for DLSU, a lot of the players are pitching in on the load. They are sharing the load. Del Pilar, Gregorio, perfect defense in the back row. Campton, Maglinaw, Magalaman, everyone is stepping up, and that is what the Navigators need to do if they want to continue this game.
Even Ventura coming off the bench, chipping in important points. Arena Plus, Astixa Sports. Welcome to our third set here in our first match. We have a triple header for you today. This matchup will be followed by the Crisscross King Crunchers going up against the PGG JC Navy Sea Lions. Should be a good match. And then 6 p.m. Martelli meets the Master Butchers going up against the FEU DN Steel Ultras. And the action coming to you from the Inares Sports Arena. Third set coming up. As the vets are in, talking about Gampong and Camposano. Alongside Dayan Dante, kicking it a little bit old school is Iloilo at this stage, because this is to stay alive for the squad.
Much needed. They are in a 3-game losing streak. You would think that maybe ECOOIL might have been a bit stumped from this game because they are veterans, but you can see they're very much intact.
Yeah. We start our third set. Oh, that's a denial, and the first point goes to ECOOIL.
Mimino and Fortuna and Del Pilar are next to each other up at the net. They provide that wall for DLSU. Take a look at this. Perfect press. Nowhere to go for the Navigators.
Coach Del Moro varying his lineup here in the third set, hoping for some sort of rhythm. This is Campton committing another service error to donate the first point for the Navigators here in the third. Mads Gampong with the serve. Back row attack.
What a dig.
Set back. Jump
Beautiful
set. This one goes through, and it is sent out by Santa Maria.
Fortuna coming from the right pin in that sequence. Guerrero going with a beautiful 1-foot jump set. Working
Again,
in his favor. Yep. We love to see it. So far, so good for DLSU.
That's why he's the team captain. In command of the defense, can also be an extra setter. This one falls for Rashnur Siddiq.
Rash going there for that quick attack. A much needed point here for the Navigators. Beautiful set as well, avoiding that head.
Fortuna's arms are not pushed in enough. Bit of a gap. Oh, sharp serve. Results to an ace.
That is a rare miscommunication we're seeing between Hernandez and Campton.
Now, to be fair, Hernandez just checked in. So maybe still has not gotten into his groove yet. Smart for Nur Siddiq to send it between, but next one is a service error. You get an ace and then an error, net neutral. Nothing happened, right? You waste your own momentum. Let's check out the numbers of Fortuna. 6 points in this matchup. That is wide. No touch.
Their touch on that one. Nope. It's a clean attack going outside.
But you knew what he was gunning for, right? He wanted
Right.
to swipe
Yep.
the fingertips of the defense. He was really pushing it out of bounds. Could not get a touch. Hernandez. It's picked up. Back row attack is wild.
Yep. A lack of wrist action, I would say, coming from Gampong on that back row attack.
Five to 3, a 2-point advantage for ECOOIL. Fortuna serving. The Navigators have 4 points now. 2 of those were of service errors from ECOOIL. This was something that they were able to minimize from 12 errors total in the first set down to 8.
Right. Ooh.
Good reaction coming from Magalaman to keep that ball in play. I thought that was a miss hit. It could have been. But Himson says, no, I'll take the point anyway.
Imzon going for that A quick attack. A lucky point for the Navigators. I mean, Carla, point is a point whether you intentionally did that, but it did fool DLSU.
Running attack, that's short for Magalaman.
Little short on that attack, going for that tip on that short running attack from Magalaman.
Good turnaround here for the veterans of Iloilo as they lead by 1. Hernandez gets it through.
First point from Hernandez coming from the left pin. He was a target in the service area earlier, but was able to redeem himself from that attack.
Now this is something that LaSalle does a lot. Coach Roque employs some of his second unit players. As Canton.
There's a touch on
Sends
that
it
one.
long.
No. I think Giggle factor on that one for sure.
Yeah. How do you say it?
Giggle.
Giggle factor.
Sorry, my accent. It's giving Samuel the accent.
Giggle factor. Okay. Gotcha. Oh, that was mishandled. And that's a service ace. As he said, they're targeting the new guy, seeing action in Hernandez. 8-6, and for the first time, we're heading into the first technical timeout of a set with the Navigators up. It is 8-6 in their favor.
Carla and Jamie, right about that giggle factor a while ago. MJ Fortuna, who was a powerhouse opposite at NU, admitted that transitioning into the ECOOIL system was challenging at first. But what really helped him settle it in was a team-building trip to Zambales. That beach bonding brought the team closer, and it didn't stop there. On most days, the ECOOILers choose to hang out after training, grabbing dinner, or playing mobile games together. That's when MJ felt in the team spirit kick in, calling it vibing together. Have you ever guys felt that? And talking to other transferees, they echoed the same ease of adjustment, crediting the coach's guidance and the welcoming vibe from the team's veterans. Can they close it out in 3? Let's find out. Back to the panel.
Thank you for that report, Miss Ai. And sometimes, right, when you're playing for a certain college, certain university, wherever you are, right, maybe in the UAAP, you just watch a team and you can sort of imagine that you will make an impact. That you feel that you will be the perfect addition to that squad. Fortuna and Magalaman saw that with LaSalle.
Yep. Manifestations, I would say. Envisioning yourself.
Those transfers happen. It's a part of the collegiate game.
Yep.
And you like it when it works well for the team and the
course.
players involved.
And you're able to achieve your individual goal and, of course, the main goal, which is the team goal.
Hoping for a return to the UAAP Final Four, and that one will be an easy point for ECOOIL. Good response, 3 quick points for the Green Oilers, and just like that, they take the lead here, 9-8. That was blocked, but kept alive.
So miscommunication there. A wasted opportunity to gain momentum here. As prior to that technical timeout, they actually had the momentum.
They were looking good. Now it's a 2-point lead for ECOOIL. Magalaman serving.
It's a 4.40 run for LaSalle.
Good pickup from Campton. Hernandez will attack from the back. Dayan Dante sets it up. Santa Maria, too long.
Outside, yep. Right idea, giving Santa Maria an opportunity in that back row. But too many errors so far from D Navigators.
And just like that, it is turned around by the LSU timeout for D Navigators.
Ano po daw, dire-diretso. Hindi napigil. Pigilin nyo. Sante lang. Nagmamadali masyado eh. Hindi maka-side out. Come on!
So we heard one of the players saying that timeout to slow down the pace. How do you do that, Jamie, if you are the Navigators?
I feel with D Navigators, they're trying to be perfect. They're avoiding making mistakes. Go back to the basics, which is the dig, set, spike. And we did see this in previous sets where they were not even going for combination plays. Simple A quick attack, B quick attack. Simple plays just like that. This is what they need to continue on so they can grow as a team.
So they pull one back, finally halting that 6-0 run for the Green Oilers. Campton, no touch. Oh, sorry, that was Fortuna, rather.
Fortuna, yep. Right idea. I believe this is his first attack error in this third set.
Campton this time sent back. Adahar sets it up right back to him. Soft touch. Read the defense like a book.
We're not used to seeing these tips coming from Campton, but take a look at this. Look at his leap and his approach. Very deceiving in that campfire zone.
No time to react for Santa Maria. Well short on the dive. A poor pickup there.
Ooh.
And that's an easy point for Fortuna.
These are the errors that they need to take care of coming from D Navigators. The coach, Del Moro, having to switch up. And by switching up, putting back Barbie San Andres, who was there in that first set. Let's see if he can add a little bit more spark in this third set.
San Andres was a starter. Did not see action in the second. Let's see if they'll be able to get going with that adjustment. Oh, no look. To Del
That's too
Pilar.
low.
Adahar to the other side, and that was touched by Camposano on its way out.
Fortuna was lucky in that sequence. The attack was going outside, but lucky break for them. Take a look at this replay here. Camposano.
That might have been sailing out, right?
Yep, it was.
Sometimes
definitely
it's tough to
sailing
judge,
out.
of course. And if you're a player, if you're in doubt, you try to pick
You're
it
gonna
up.
get it. But the rule is, Carlo, if the attack is above your shoulder, it is outside.
And now ECOOIL is in full swing. As that 2-point disadvantage, the first technical timeout is now a 5-point lead. Apolinario checks back in for the veteran Dayandante. Oh, that one straight to the net.
The set was a bit too low for Santa Maria.
And this is the biggest lead so far of the DLSU Green Oilers. 16-10, heading into the second technical timeout of the third set.
Good afternoon to our lively fans watching us live from the Inares Sports Arena here in Pasig City. It's a DLSU ECOOILers dominating against the Navigators Iloilo with 2 sets to none. And we have lovely comments from our lively fans. Sabi ni August Lee in 1993, ang gwapo ni Noel talaga pag sa ganyan na buhok. Kahit mag-asim yan siya, grabe, pinakagwapo pa rin sa puso ko, Char. Next to my baby Yoyong Char, hashtag SpikerSurf 2024. Sabi naman ni Jez M, feels so good seeing Vince Maglina play and slay again. Hashtag SpikerSurf 2024. At sabi naman ni Elixir's ganda floor defense ni Vince. And sabi naman ni Jello loves volley. May puntos na si Rui. I love that for him. Hashtag SpikerSurf 2024. Sabi naman ni Meika Meika 1411. Rui Ventura showing everyone how it's done. Elite spiker indeed. Just keep on sending comments. We'd love to hear it. Use the hashtag SpikerSurf 2024 to get in on the conversation. Back to the panel.
I love the intensity coming from our fans. Of course.
I love that.
Yeah, and the community is really rallying behind, right? Men's volleyball right now. We've seen consistent and tremendous elevation of the men's game in the past few years. And SpikerSurf definitely is an area where they can really shine as athletes. Adahar has done a tremendous job distributing the wealth here. For the Green Oilers, Guerrero with another jump set.
Beautiful.
Apolinario goes to Santa Maria. That is out.
Outside, yep. Santa Maria trying to avoid the hands of the blockers, but a little bit too wide in that sequence. Take a look at this run here, 7 points. That gap from DLSU here, they're completely on a roll and they're playing the game the right way.
Yeah.
The basic skills are there. Not a lot of unforced errors compared to their last game. I believe they tallied 30 errors. But let's see about how you finish.
Oh, San Andres trying to inject some life into their offense. But for ECOOIL, for DLSU, in the handful of times where Adahar was not there to get the second touch, Guerrero has bailed them out.
And this is where the communication, the teamwork comes into play. We saw Ventura, Poquita also step up in that second set. Everyone is able to pitch in, and I believe everyone knows their role on the team, and I think that's the difference between D Navigators and DLSU.
Smart connection there, Adahar to Hernandez. And with that angle, you knew that the only way was to get it through the get it off the block.
Yes.
Which Hernandez read. And now they lead by 7 points, 19-12. Good first ball.
Oof,
but
low.
it results to another attacking error from Santa Maria.
That is way too low. The set a bit too low, the reach underneath the ball, but this is where the court awareness comes into play. If the set is a bit too low, you can set it over, taking into consideration the small details.
course, you understand yung gigil din, no? Nitong
course.
si Santa Maria. He wants to do something positive for his
Yep.
squad, help them come back into it as Del Pilar sends that one out. Well, Campton steps out. Gloria checks in. Well, checks back into this contest. We saw him in the first set. Still a 7-point lead, though, for DLSU. Hernandez. But the block falls in this time.
Yep.
But you need a string of points right now if you're the Navigators. Still in this.
What a serve.
Easy over. Apolinario with a quick set to him zone.
We saw a few of those in the second set, and now in this third set. Take a look at this replay here. Beautiful execution.
Making them pay for that chance ball as ECOOIL calls a timeout.
Ito, pilit kung saan alanganin dito sa dulo. Alam mo naman babantayan. Meron ka pang ito. Hindi ano mo talaga. Kasi automatic, out of system. Dalawa na agad yung nandun.
Ben, simulan muna sa pasa.
Ah.
Yung serve nila, may karga yung serve. Hindi kailangan ng bombay.
Dulo.
Patamain nyo lang muna. Pag ganun lang.
Ang return ball, dulo.
You heard team captain Guerrero with reminders to his teammates that the service coming from the Navigator is a bit heavy. So be mindful of that. Just wait for it.
Yes.
Allow it to connect. Nursidik serving his team down by 5. So that's back-to-back points for them. Can they score more and inch closer?
Good serve.
Hernandez.
Ooh, that's
Exact
inside.
same attack, but it falls again.
The Navigators slowly gaining momentum here in this third set. Hernandez having a difficult time avoiding the block of the Navigators.
Just a 4-point lead now from a high of 7.
Ooh, good bump set.
Oh,
Ooh, a net.
unfortunately, a net touch.
Camposano.
Camposano wasting that effort on the dig for Iloilo.
We have a double sub here. Mendoza and Poquita.
Oh, yep, clipped it.
It's a smart move, I would say, coming from Coach Roque, putting in their veteran setter experience, finishing this game off.
With a service ace across his name.
Yes.
That block goes out off of Magalaman. Four-point advantage. It's still possible for the Navigators to turn this around. Good pickup from behind. Apolinario to Camposano. And he will finally score and inch his team closer, only down by 3 now. Some fight from Iloilo.
Yep, you could see Poquita is not in the right defensive position. He was waiting for that down the line. A soft touch coming from Camposano.
The approach looked like he was going to hammer it across. One-hand set. That's blocked from Magalaman. They go to Mendoza this time, and he gets through.
Smart plays coming from Poquita in targeting that left pin in Mendoza, targeting that broken block of the Navigators.
One thing you can say about ECOOIL DLSU is that they don't shy away from using their bench,
Yep.
even in the most crucial moments of the set. You can see Campton is on the bench.
Yes.
At this stage, a service ace for Hernandez. And that leads to this timeout for the Navigators. Hernandez playing here in the third set. He has been targeted by the service of the Navigators. And he roars back to life with that ace.
Tingnan nyo, yung tutukan nyo, i-depensa lang eh.
Go lang. Go, isa-isa muna tayo. Kasama na natin. Dalawa. Abi!
Your favorite NBA superstars on NBA TV Philippines, now available on Signal Play. Download the Signal Play app and subscribe now on the App Store or Google Play to catch all the action in this brand new NBA season. 23-18. ECOOIL LaSalle 2 points away from winning this matchup, but that will be a service error from Hernandez.
LaSalle just 2 points away from clinching this win. That will be a third game winning streak for them.
They have not dropped a set yet. Gloria!
What an attack coming from Gloria, coming from that left pin. Gotta see that replay here.
And everyone chipping in for ECOOIL, and this has been the story for them. It has not been one guy. Right, in the first game, our best player for ECOOIL was Adahar because he managed the offense tremendously. In the second game, it was Magalaman leading that 3-set sweep. Now, I don't know anyone to be best player at this stage. That one off the block and out in favor of ECOOIL. That will be the final point of this game. Another win, another 3-set sweep for the Green Oilers.
Gotta say, teamwork coming from DLSU. Coach Roque fielding in most of his players, and everyone providing points and doing their job. Much better improvement, I would say, coming from the Navigators from their last match.
9 sets played, 9 sets won, 3 games victorious as they will march to another W here in their search for a semi-final spot here in our 2024 Spikers Turf Invitational Conference. 25-21, 25-20, 25-20, all in favor of ECOOIL DLSU as the Green Oilers sweep the Navigators Iloilo.
It's going to be the battle between the Chris Cross, King Crunchers, going up against the BGJC Navy Sea Lions. At 6 o'clock p.m., it's Martelli Meat Butchers going up against TN Steel FEU.
Kuya, 1-0 sa buhat.
We're back here in Anara Sports Arena live in Pasig City in the Spikers Turf Invitational Conference. DLSU ECOOIL packed it up in 3 for the third time around. Here with me is player of the game, no other than Noel Campton with 14 points, 12 attacks, 1 block, and 1 ace. Congratulations, Noel. Syempre ito sa close fight. Nakita niyong puntos sa umpisa. How did you manage to find your rhythm and take control as the game progressed? Especially, your attacks came from everywhere.
Well, props to Navi kasi pinagandaan din namin sila. And yun nga, ang pangit ng start namin. But yung coaches namin told us na tiyagain lang namin talaga. Like, yun, tiyagain lang namin din, nakuha na namin yung rhythm namin. So yun, napaganda naman kahit paano.
At kita naman talaga yung pinagtiyagaan nyo. Pangatlong sweep nyo na to eh. So how much of a factor is your solid teamwork with everyone from the starters to the bench stepping up to contribute whenever and wherever needed?
Well, every game, sinasabi nga ng coaches na bibigyan sila ng chances na maglaro. Kasi like, ngayon, today we play against Navy, then on Sunday against Navy. So, kailangan yung recovery time talaga namin. So, kailangan nila mag-step up and nakita ko naman, nag-step up sila. So, I'm so proud of them.
Bilang kuya na proud
Bilang
ka.
kuya kasi tanda na ako.
And with that, may gusto ka bang batiin na family and friends?
Okay, hello sa wife ko, kay Abby, nasa CDO. And hello din kay Leon, and sa family ng wife ko, and sa mami ko, and lagi na nanonood, and Lasalon community. Support nyo lang yung Spikers Turf kasi yun ang kailangan natin sa men's volleyball.
Congratulations again, Noel, and to the rest of the DLSU ECOOIL Green Oilers. And with that, stay tuned because we have PGJC Navy going up against Crisscross. Back to the panel.
Thank you so much, Ms. Ai. Congratulations to our best player of the game, the third set. It felt like a comeback may have been possible for the Navigators. Again, they led by 2 at the end of our first technical timeout, but after that, a 6-0 counter run for LaSalle gave them complete control of the set.
With the Navigators, they have to go back to the drawing board and fix and hone their skills a bit more. But for DLSU, it is looking very bright for Campton and company. But first, the set stats here. 11 from the Navigators, much improvement, but with DLSU, 8 attacks in that third set. But overall, teamwork from DLSU was shown, and you can see that the future is bright for men's volleyball.
A tremendous effort coming from ECOOIL as they were running on full cylinders because of the talent in this squad and the unselfishness of everyone, even the veterans, allowing the youngsters a lot of time to shine. Up next, we have the Crisscross King Crunchers and the PGJC Navy Sea Lions seeing action. That will do it for your first game here today. For Ms. Ait Inside, for Ms. JB La Victoria, I'm Carlo Pamintuan. Do stick around because we have 2 more matches here inside the United Sports Arena as we continue with the preliminary round of your 2024 Spikers Surf Invitational Conference.